Also, Justin, tonight, Detra Farries will not be released to a halfway house. She's the woman convicted for the 2011 dragging death of a tow truck driver, Alan Rose, in Colorado Springs.
Now, a couple weeks back, you may recall, a community corrections committee okayed her release to that halfway house. Well, today, there was a revote, changed that decision. Bill Folsom looking into why they changed their mind. Bill.
Yeah, the family of Alan Rose, they were not at that first hearing. Corrections says the family was notified. The family says they didn't know about that hearing. So there was another hearing today. Rose's wife testified, and committee members, well, their minds were swayed. David McDivitt represented Don Rose in a previous civil case. He wasn't representing the family today, but he did have people in the hearing.
Tow truck driver Alan Rose snagged in the tow line when Detra Farries hopped in her SUV and sped away. She didn't stop, dragging Rose to death. Farries was convicted of vehicular homicide, manslaughter, and other charges. She was sentenced to 20 years, but less than halfway into her sentence, a decision was made to release her to a halfway house.
A couple weeks ago, we heard she is going to be going to a halfway house. What did that provoke?
I mean, I think it's the kind of thing that causes one to just kind of sit up and say, whoa, you've got to be kidding me.
Alan Rose's wife, Dawn, was very outspoken and proactive in the aftermath of her husband's death. Just months after the incident, she worked to pass legislation known as the Alan Rose Tow Truck Safety Act.
This is not something I ever thought I would be in the middle of.
I would be shocked that they received that notification and chose not to appear. I mean, this is a family that obviously been very impacted by this.
McDivitt says the family's absence at the first hearing was likely a mistake. He says Dawn Rose's testimony today made a big impact.
You had some of your people there. Did they give you an idea of what she said and what was her demeanor?
She made a really impassioned case for the board that this continues to impact the family in a very significant way.
So, Detra Farries' sentence, it continues in prison, but in years ahead there will be more hearings for possibilities like a halfway house or parole.